everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, welcome to Pj-Cosmopolitan. As usual, today I want to share something very interesting with you guys. Okay, I just feel like this is something I want to talk about so badly. Okay, and this is actually about the world record craze that is going on in Nigeria. Yeah, you heard me right. Okay, I know you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me start off by saying that the Nigerians, okay, they are attempting to break several world records in a panic and in a wild manner that has gripped the whole country. Honestly, I don't know how you see it, but that's the way I see it. Okay, and right before for now, many people from several countries, including Nigeria, hold world records, and I don't think the attempt or the manner in which we are attempting or the approach we are going by is the best. Honestly, I don't think it's the best. Okay, in case you don't know, a world record is basically like the best global record or the best performance that is ever recorded, and is usually officially validated or verified. Okay, and this is issued by several world record organizations. You know, there are several a lot of people don't even know that we have several world record organizations, but Guinness World Record happens to be one of the major world record organizations. Okay, and they have a register or a union under the notariat of the European Union, so people consider their record or any record issued by them of great value and unique. Okay, personally for me, I think that anyone who holds a world record today and it deserves respect, because for some reasons they are putting some work in a way. I don't know, it can be anything, honestly, but I think that anybody who holds a world record deserves some respect. So it's something that you should be proud of. It's something that people should covet, yeah, because I think like there's a lot of work. It depends on it depends on the aspect of the record you are attempting to break. Okay, because I don't think I don't know, I really don't know, but I think that there are it is not all records that are permitted, okay, or permissible. Is there any word like that? Like, I don't know. What I'm just trying to say is that I don't know if it's all record you can break, but I think they have exemptions, certain exemptions. Like, I'm going to mention a few in the course of this video. So, probably before now, I really don't know if a lot of people know about Guinness World Record or world records. It's not even like Nigerians don't hold world records or we don't have world record holders. I don't even know if certain people know. Okay, is that not the way to say it? But the truth is that we have world record holders from Nigeria and in Nigeria. Okay, maybe out of ignorance, maybe because of frustration, maybe because of the way the country is going, because sincerely a lot of things are going on currently in Nigeria now, economically, financially, governmental wise, different fields. Okay, Nigerians are going through a lot, so I think that's also one of the reasons maybe that people think like maybe they can channel their energy into this. I don't know. But something actually triggered this particular craze that is going on. Something triggered it. So sometimes in May this year, yeah, a group of people, or a good number of people, male and females, young people and old people, okay, they braved rain and darkness for 4 days in a swanky area in Lagos just to support one Akwa Ibom chef known as Hilda Baci. After Guinness World Records went through after reviewing the videos and everything that she did, they eventually logged it off at 3 hours and 11 minutes, which is still very good enough, okay, for her to set a new record. I mean, it still suffices and it is still very valid for her to set a new record as against the last person who is holding on to the same record she's attempting to break, or she attempted to break. Okay, now my issue with this is that the pattern. Okay, I tried listening to some of the things that Hilda Baci said before after she won. Okay, I didn't listen to all the interview and all of that, but I listened to some part of what she said, and some of the interesting things she mentioned. I don't know if people are actually paying attention to it. She talked about how she prepared. Okay, she talked about a very strong preparation, how she had a strong publicity, how she had a dream, like it was something she bettered out of admiration, personal what's the word now, things she actually envisaged on her own, and she felt like this is something she could do, and she did the preparation, like putting some organization into which she had a team of people who work with, according to what they told BBC, at least the PR of the group that managed everything, that built the background for, because they said a lot of background work was done before that event took place, okay? And obviously it did, because everything she said was kind of matching with the effort and with the result of what was eventually gotten, okay? But I don't know if people ignore certain lessons. It's not a bad thing to attempt to break records, because in fact, while we were still in the boxing, in the euphoria of her victory and all, somebody from Ekiti State emerged to attempt or to break the same record that Hilda Baci just got. Of course, before you come to say that the sky is big enough, anybody, which is correct, you're correct, valid, okay? My own is the preparation, okay, the planning. You see, even the Bible says that, who is the man who wants to build a house without sitting down first to sit down and count the cost? You can't just start a building and when you say, and that is what we are used to as Nigerians. I'm sorry to say, but that's what a lot of Nigerians are used to. I'm not saying there's no exemption. There's a good number of exemption, but for the majority, people believe in, when we get to that bridge, we cross it. People don't pay so much attention to planning, to setting goals, to prioritizing and all of that. They feel like there's a craze of something going on in town, and everybody just want to be in that business, okay? Just one day you are dreaming over something, you are working towards it, you are laying foundations, and the moment you hit that target, like the very first day, somebody's already eyeing that same thing, that exact same thing that you're doing, and that's not a bad thing, okay? But I feel like the person who has put in the work should have some time to enjoy, and that's what they do in advanced countries, okay? If you make a new invention, or if you come up with a new idea, and they know that you have spent money, they give you like a year or two to like enjoy the monopoly of whatever it is that you put forward before other people can start doing several things. You're licensed just to do it alone, okay? So, but I don't know, it is so different from this part of the world, okay? Just almost immediately, like, people were seeing the euphoria of that, trying to, take in everything that happened, because honestly, the kind of interest, the kind of publicity, the kind of popularity, the kind of, I don't know the word to use now, that this gave to Hilda Baci, not only put Nigeria, like she said she wanted to put Nigeria on the map, and I think she actually did. She didn't only just put herself, but a lot of people got to hear, because Twitter was on fire, the gram, a lot of people were online. Who is Hilda Baci? What's going on? Where is she from? Nigeria. So what is she doing? So it kind of in a way actually put Nigeria on the map, like she said. So I don't have any problem with anyone trying or attempting. But it's the manner in which, like, the attempt is in a panic, like it's gripping, okay, it's disturbing, okay. Just believe me, before, like, from that very day after she finished her program, that she concluded her record attempt, okay, just someone somewhere is also attempting to break a world record somewhere. In fact, according to BBC, a representative from the Guinness World Records said that the number of applications they have received from Nigeria alone is enough to be a record on its own, like a record on its own for Nigeria. Like, Nigeria should have a record, like Nigeria has a record of the highest number of people putting in an application, like the highest number of applications. And the truth is that from then till now, the World Record Organization have come out to say that they are struggling to keep up with the number of applications that they receive from Nigerians alone. Like, what is worrisome for me is not that people are attempting to break world records, but the fact that they don't have the manpower, they don't have prior knowledge, they don't have the skill, they don't have preparation, they don't have organization, they don't have nothing. They just want to start, and when they get to the middle of whatever they are doing, they now start calling people out for assistance or help. That is not what it should be, and that is not what it is intended to be. If it is a world record, you are actually meaning, okay, to break. Because at the end of the day, you get the result. You are going to be the first person who enjoys the benefit, okay? So if you cannot even put anything together on your own before even starting, so why do you deserve to be given that reward? Why do you deserve to hold a world record in the first place? That's what I think. That's what I think. These are conversations. I think they are very, very important things we need to talk about, okay? And feel free to join this conversation, okay? What do you think? I know that you probably have some things also as well that is going on in your mind that you feel like you want to share, and that's why I'm doing this video. It was noted that one man sang for 200 hours, like 2 good 100 hours. Can you imagine? Like another man is crying non-stop just to set a record. Like, no, just tell me, what's the relevance of crying? Like, I feel like, I don't know, the record, like, people should at least have some significant essence. Like, it should have a value it's adding in a way. Like, how will you just wake up and say you want to cry for, like, I don't know, for as long as 2, 3 days, 4 days, and that's like a record to you? I don't know, like, some people say after all, some people say, come and say after all is it a record? I'm not saying it's not a record, but like, how do you even feel having that record? Like, you cry for like 3 days. Like, really, this is not funny, like, seriously. And another woman came out to say that she's attempting to stay indoors for the longest number of hours, like for the longest number of days. Do you know that there are certain people that don't leave their house in 2-3 weeks? Is that not staying indoors as well? Okay, so how long do you want to stay indoors to break that record? Like, I don't know, okay, what we stay indoors, what's the value, like, what essence, what exactly, what's the message? Because I think that there should be a, what's it called, objective or something, I don't know what they call it, for every record you're attempting to break. Like, there should be a value in a way. To us, you might not care, like, but I think it should have a value. Put a value on it. At least let's know that, okay, this thing you did is significant, is please go me English. Is significant, is valid, is reasonable, is logical, okay? Just put something reasonable. Just after we are not even done with that, another person is already attempted to fry popo for the longest number of hours. Like, do you know the funny thing is, the person, okay, I think it's this woman who attempted frying popo for the longest number of hours that broke Guinness World Records patience. They broke their patience because, honestly, I think after she has attempted for like, she had 2 failed attempts, okay, and she tweeted that she was going to try again because, like, as long as she was concerned, she already had her mind made up that she was going to see that popo she was going to fry by hook or by crook. She was going to break that record by all means, you know. But funny thing is, somebody who is even attempting to break that record by all means after being 2 failed attempts, okay. And don't get me wrong, I feel like, okay, if you fail in the first one, you should learn some things from the failure and do better in the second one. But no, after the second, you need to see what this woman who wants to break the record for the longest number of hours frying popo, what she's trying to even use. See the small, you see it, like, I'll try to put some pictures so that you can see what I'm saying. Just one small space. Somebody is trying to break world record though. One small space, one small oven, or what I call it, I don't know, one small bowl. Like, what are people thinking? You need to see people who broke world record about like frying and all of that. See the, like, I think it was an Indian or something who was that record. If you see the kind of cooker that they used, okay, to do this frying we are talking about, is almost long enough for a whole street. And this woman is trying to break the record that some people worked that hard to earn, okay, just in our room with one small, oh my goodness, what is wrong with us? Like, what is the color of our problem? I don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with breaking record. In fact, being a world record holder is something everybody or anybody holding it should be proud of, because it has a lot of benefits. I'm still going to talk about that anyways, okay. You could tell the precise number of instances or the precise moment that Nigerians decided that every world record must come down, like every world record must be broken. Like, just this moment, you are sleeping, you are awake, somebody is already trying to break one record or the other. What is going on? Is it? I don't know. After the record of Hilda Baci, I don't think any day has passed without the popular recognizable sight of a digital clock that is hung on a dark screen, ticking somewhere in somebody's house who is attempting to break or set a new record. Like, there's no ticking day that passes. People are coming out to say they're attempting to break very crazy kind of records. Like, somebody is trying to kiss for the longest number of hours. You know, though recently, according to BBC, the Guinness World Record organization have come to say that that category has been deleted, like they've taken it out of their register, because some people who attempted the same kind of things sometimes ago in a different country collapsed after the attempts. Okay, so because of that, they've taken that out, because it's really like a crazy weird kind of attempt. I don't know. So I don't know why somebody will want to be kissing for long. Like, how will you kiss? Why will you not collapse? All your blood will be gone now. Abi, 3-4 days you are kissing. All your salivary glands will be dry. I don't know. The truth is that even Guinness World Record is struggling to keep up. After taking the great pleasure of the great attention that they receive from Nigerians. Of course, they can't deny that. They got a great number or a great pleasure in the attention, or in the kind of recognition and publicity as well that Nigerians gave them during the Baci's time. Okay, so Twitter everywhere, people were hashtag, they were dropping hashtag Guinness World Records and all of that. So they've enjoyed that pleasure of that attention, and they're tired. Okay, so they've told Nigerians, they told BBC that they are fed up, like that they are struggling to keep up. I don't even know if Nigerians know that this record, they go through protocols. They don't just issue it out. They have to sit down, do analysis. So these things take a lot of time, and it's not like Nigeria is the only country that is applying or putting in for records. Okay, so that's the thing, that's the issues. That's not just the issue, there are several other issues that I'm still going to pinpoint. Okay, but I'm just, what do you think? Like, what's going on? Why do you think Nigerians are having this particular, though this woman who what's that her name again, this Mrs. Faromini Kemi, that's her name. She's a double attempter. She's the one who attempted to fry pawpaw for the longest number of hours and who has been disqualified. She was the one who broke Guinness World Records patience, like I said before. Okay, like, because she said she was still going to put in, she said in this thing that she said, like, she just wants to do it la hot. She said she's attempting to break her own record while it is hot, that within the space of 3 months, okay, that the whole thing will die down. So that's the idea or the perception she has about this whole thing. So she's attempting to do her own while the thing is still, like, in the atmosphere is still tense. While the craze is still going on. Okay, so you see, that's how Nigerians are very interesting people. Okay, we tend to ride on the wave of whatever is happening at the moment. Like, at the moment, we want to leverage on whatever it is. We don't care what the protocols and all of that. We just want to do it. How incredible. Like, really, that's how Nigerians are like. And there are several other people who have attempted. Like, I'm going to list a few names. After this, Mrs. Faromini tweeted that she's still going to continue in the pop-off attempts and all of that. So Guinness World Record humorously tweeted that, I beg, please, enough of the idea attempts, whatever attempts it is, enough of it for now. Like, they humorously tweeted that I think a week or something or 2 ago. Okay, but that's like, trying to break their patience. Like, we can't take this anymore. Like I said before, there are several applications that they are struggling to keep up with. Okay, the same Guinness World Record also said that people should first of all try to apply. Okay, there are some protocols involved, and that's my own concern. People don't even know about protocols, the guidelines, the regulations, the rules guiding certain, because I don't know, why would you even attempt to want to break a record that you could lose your life on without even ascertaining the permission to go ahead? So at the end of the day, you lose your life, and what you actually went in for is not credible. Like, you're not licensed to do it. You just did it on your own, and it's not like Guinness World Record is paying anyone. Fine, I know people are trying to leverage on the publicity to give you the endorsement and many other things, but I think that irrespective of that, we should, like, the basics should be checked. The guidelines, the policies, application, in fact, majority of people attempting did not even apply. That's the most interesting part. And that's what Guinness World Record as an organization cannot understand from Nigeria. Like, they keep wondering. That's why they told that woman, please, enough. We don't want to. You have to even apply before you can be approved. You can't be using that kind of cooker to be frying for the whole whatever you are attempting to break, and you are like, what? How funny? Is that not comic? So the polite reminder that Guinness World Record tweeted about was after the collapse of a masseuse. A masseuse is somebody who engages in massage, like who gives other people massage. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Anyway, like she collapsed after she was attempting to set a new record for the longest number of, like, for massaging non-stop for the longest number of hours. She collapsed though, seriously, and Guinness World Record got to hear about it. The funny thing, she didn't even apply. She didn't even apply, so they had to put a subtle kind of polite reminder towards Nigerians, because what would they say if somebody lose their life for something she didn't even apply for? Imagine losing your life for. Though she eventually came up to say that her 50 hours, because she managed to scale up to 50 hours. So she said her 50 hours was enough, like sufficed enough for her to break a new record or to put her on the map. Like, I don't know, why are we like this? We need to follow rules, protocols. That's why I say for every profession there are rules. So if you don't follow the rules, obviously you want to be a loser. That's what it is. It is this same defiance that has marked the recent wave in a lot of people attempting, like they are boldly, confidently announcing their attempt without officially applying. Like, that's what is responsible, because people just want to attempt. They just want people, the whole world, like Nigerians especially to, oh sorry, is it Nigerians especially, sorry, to know about their attempts, because they believe that will still give them some level of leverage. Okay, but these other countries don't see it that way. They don't understand it that way. Okay, so I really don't know. It is good and it is important that people follow due process. Okay, people should follow due process. That's one thing I want to say. That includes applying and following the guidelines. You need to apply, that's first, and you need to follow the rules. If they say the rest is for every 2 minutes, make sure it is just 2 minutes, because so many things have happened. So many things have happened. You know, there's a current wave of people coming out from Ekiti State for this attempt. I think they are leading on the map in the number of attempts. I think immediately after Hilda Baci, I said that Chef Dami came out. Okay, she's from Ekiti. Okay, she came out to, you know, contend with the latest record that Hilda Baci set. She wanted to, which was 93 hours and 11 minutes, officially logged off by the Guinness World Record. Okay, so she attempted for 120 hours. I think they said she succeeded, but because she didn't apply, though she broke a lot of their guidelines, like she didn't follow guidelines. And the truth is, if you don't follow the guideline that is given, you are automatically disqualified. So she was actually disqualified. And apart from that, 2 other chefs were already also said to turn off their stoves in between while they were cooking. Like, they turned off their stove to go and cook. The truth is, if it is a world record, I think you have to do it non-stop. Okay, you have to do it non-stop, but take official breaks. I don't know how long, you know, it depends on whatever it is you're doing. So you have to take certain, and it shouldn't exceed those levels. See, even thank God that Wasi went as far as doing 100, because she would have just wasted her energy for nothing. Eventually, if they reviewed her records and said, oh, sorry, you didn't even beat the last person holding the record, you know, that would be crazy. After she has spent money, the publicity, everything, the stress and all of that, it won't be worth it, honestly. I know some people still say this would have given her a certain leverage. Okay, maybe or maybe not, I don't know, but I think that it wouldn't have been worth it. Sincerely, she put a lot of money into that thing she did, and imagine after doing everything only to be disqualified or not to meet up to expectation. It will be disheartening and it will be depressing for her, I know. And all these chefs turning on and turning off stove is because they don't know the rules. That's to tell you, a lot of people don't know the rules. They just want to attempt breaking world records. So I imagine, or I don't understand how you want to break something as important as a world record and you don't even know the rules. So what are you attempting? Why? Another thing I want to emphasize is that just to avoid stories at touch, it is important to ensure that the record you are attempting to break is a valid record world title, like it's a valid record title, so that at the end of the day you will not just put yourself through pain and hardship, okay, and there's no reward, there's no benefit, except you just want to do it for fun. No, I don't know. I don't know if some people doing these things who are attempting at doing it for fun. I really don't know. But except you're doing that, I think that it is vital that you should consider. Check with the record there, with the organization, to be sure that what you're attempting to break is a vital record, and maybe there's somebody holding on to that record, or it is allowed, because they have certain categories that they are not permitting, okay? So that you don't just end up suffering, okay? That's another thing I want to say. Like I said before, before Hilda Baci's time, there are certain other people who have been holding on to world records. But I don't know if maybe because of the kind of publicity that she put into hers and the kind of effort and maybe just favor, I really don't know, that made her own so different or made her stand out so much. It's not like Nigeria do not have world records before, or people don't know about, beg your pardon, it's not like people don't know about Guinness World Record before, but they've not put this kind of energy. And the way it brought her out, like her victory was just outstanding, okay? And she worked for it, honestly. She worked for it. And that's a very good one. So there's nothing bad in attempting to break a world record, but basically, like the Guinness World Record, I come out to publicly say people should know what is applicable before they start putting in, so that you don't die. Don't die before your time. John Obot is another person who is attempting to break the world record in September. He's attempting to read aloud for the longest number of hours. And I think he said he's going to do that for like 4 days. Okay, that's what he told the BBC correspondents. Okay, so, and he said, because now you have to give them your objective. You have to tell them why. Why do you want to read aloud? He said that his motivation is to promote reading culture in Nigeria, and he's attempting to read aloud for 140 hours. 140 hours. As opposed to the 124 hours that was set in Turkey last year. Somebody in Turkey last year set that 124 hours reading aloud record, and he is attempting to do it for like 140 hours this time, and his motivation is to promote reading culture in Nigeria. That was at least what he told the BBC. He said he enjoys he's a teacher, okay, he's a secondary school teacher, and he's somebody who enjoys reading and this and that. He has gotten official permission, and he has been approved by the Guinness World Record according to what the organization said, okay. So at least he is following the due process, and he said he's already preparing towards the September marathon, okay. So which is a good one. You can go through that means, but let your value, like, at least his own, he said he's reading aloud, and his motivation is to promote reading culture, which is a decent one at that as well. So I think it should have some meaning, because for people who want to kiss, I don't know, like, what exactly are you trying to prove? What record would that do for us, Like the Ministry of Culture in Ekiti State has come out to say that the Kissathon, which was what some group of people wanted to do, okay, in Ekiti State, he has come out to say that it's not only immoral, but it is absurd, it is demeaning, he said it is unhealthy, and it is capable of denigrating the image of Ekiti State. So a lot of people are coming out, actually a lot of people are attempting that from Ekiti State. I don't know, they are part of the wave, the craze wave, I don't know, The physical strain, as seen in the case of the masseuse who was trying to massage for the longest number of hours, is also very worrisome. There is a slight cause for worry. So people need to be very careful as well. If you want to break any word attempt, you need to be sure, like, consider the attempt you're trying to. Are you prepared? Are you physically healthy? Can you stand it? Can your body withstand that kind of stress? Have you put your body through trainings before that particular time, so that you don't die? There's another one, Tembu Ebere is attempting to cry for the longest number of hours as well. He said he he has experienced certain health challenges since he started, like swollen face, like headaches, that he has even been partially blind. Imagine somebody just waking up to cry non-stop. Like, I'll put pictures so that you can see, okay. So like, he has had partially, like, in fact, it affected him to a level that he had to reduce the number of hours he had been crying, but he's still intending to complete it, even though he did not even apply. Can you imagine? So when they asked him his reason why he wanted to cry, he said he's crying for the Nigerian youth. He's crying to show Nigerian youth that things are going on. So Mr. Tembu Ibere said after he had all these signs and symptoms and all of that, don't forget, he said he had swollen face, he was partially blind, and he was having a lot of headache. He said he had to strategize his wailing because he was determined to see through his sobbing to the end, despite his not applying to Guinness World Record. How incredible is that? You can imagine. A lot of Nigerians who find their attempts cringe-worthy, like me, we feel like Miss Baci had actually unlocked the Pandora's box for so many people. Honestly, I think that's what she did. That's what she really did. So that's what some people consider Guinness World Record to be like. Like, we have Tobi Amuson. She's she holds a world record for the women's 100-meter hurdles. Yeah. And we have Bega Ezekiel. Bega Ezekiel has jumped for the most times on one leg most number of skips on one leg. Okay, so and I think his record is also very unique as well. So if you do something valuable, something significant or logical, people would, I think it's easy for people to understand it. Like it's easy for you to even leverage on it. Okay, but people don't even care. They just want to apply. Not even apply, they just want to attempt. I think that's the word. They just want to attempt. We have Chimnonso Uche holds for the consecutive number of football touches. Yeah. So, and I think what he holds is just about football, but in several variations. Okay, I don't want to start going to all the details, but for this most consecutive number of football touches. Okay, and for steadying it, I think carried the fastest number of 1,000 football touches. Okay, so we have a good number of people, not like so many, but we have world record holders. So I really don't know the craze about that is, I don't know. I just think that Ms. Baci, like I said before, just unlocked the Pandora's box for several Nigerians. But I don't know what this is about. Okay. And for Hilda Baci, I think that, like, I feel like our preparation met with opportunity, you know, because while she was having a cookathon, a lot of people, like, she had a call from the former vice president. Okay, she was visited by the Lagos state governor, and at the same time she was visited by the world record holder in Nigeria, Tobi Amusan, during her cookathon. A lot of celebrities were there, singers, artists, a lot of people to cheer on, actors and actresses, popular faces in Nigeria, politicians were there, so they supported her. She had like a huge number of fans, and that did pave a lot of way for her. Okay, but don't forget, like, her public relation manager said that a lot of background work was put into that event. You didn't just wake up one morning and bam, they were already trying to break or attempting to break a world record, because honestly, somebody cooking for 100 and a whooping 193 hours is not a joke. Like, what am I saying? No, sorry, 93 hours, not 193. I mean 93 hours and 11 minutes. It's not even funny. Okay, so like, she deserved it. She worked hard for it. That's the point I'm trying to. Let me just mention a few of the benefits. Apart from the stardom and the fame that she's enjoying from that cookathon, it has brought her, that has garnered a kind of a social media influence, which has raised her to a level of an influencer status. And for me, or generally, that is known to be like a digital currency these days. Like, being an influencer, it seems to be like a digital currency these days. Okay, pays you in so many ways. Okay, another benefit is that there are also personal enrichment, including endorsement from different people. You know, you get publicity, you get to be an advertising, get brands that you kind of represent, who will pay you off in cash and in kind. You know, it does a lot of things. And apart from that, don't also forget that she got like a 1 year for a free fly, is it ticket, I'll call it, like an airline as company has agreed to like fly her to any destination within Nigeria for like a whole year, and that's a lot. Like, if you ask me, that's a whole lot of benefit. So I think for some reasons people are looking at the benefits, but they're also not considering. That's why I'm just actually that's why I'm doing this talk. Okay, so please, if you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, I'm just begging you. Its subscription is free. I'm saying it's free because somebody surprised me recently. She said she doesn't have money to subscribe. So let me beg you people that, and let me let you know that subscription is totally free. Honestly, please subscribe. Just help me click that subscribe button. It means a whole lot to me, and I would truly really appreciate it. And then I also want to know what you feel about this conversation. What do you think? Why do you think people, this craze is currently going on? Do you also believe that people or Nigerians believe to ride on current wave of what is happening at the moment? Or do you think many people are just interested in the treasure box that is being unlocked? Okay, like for me, please feel free to leave that in the comment section. I really appreciate your comment, because it's a way to don't say that you don't have energy to you don't have energy to comment. Please, your comment means a lot to me. It's the way we engage, and I kind of understand that, oh, we are relating. Okay, and please don't forget to like this video. Okay, if you enjoyed it in any way, please, I really appreciate that. Okay, so before I conclude, I want to say that the moral of this lesson is that we should learn from Hilda Baci, in the sense that our preparation should meet our opportunity. We should not just sit down waiting for opportunities to happen or meet us at where we are at. You can have a dream, which is not a valid dream. You can have an ambition. You can have something, a goal, a vision of something you want to do, maybe from 3 months time. I want to do maybe in 3 months time, that you see yourself, where you see yourself in 3 years, in 1 year, in 5 years. But you need to be putting in the work, because no good thing, like no, like how do they say that thing, like everything, like is a popular saying I believe in, everything worthwhile it takes time. Okay, so put in the work and keep working hard at it. Then while you're working hard, make sure you're preparing, like you're working towards. Don't just make general preparation, make specific preparations that will meet the target that you have, so that when your opportunity comes, you don't have to be running here and there. It just meets you well, okay? And again, I think that it is vital that we entrust our journeys to God, okay? It's one way for you to want to see, like, it's one way for you to want to walk a particular path, and it's another way for God to guide you through that path, okay? I'm not going to say in Hilda Baci's I'm not going to say in her terms, okay? I'm just saying this on a general note. Biblically, the Bible says we should commit our ways to God. Okay, it says in all our ways we should not I want to remember the way the book of Psalm put it. It said trust in the Lord, yeah. Is it Psalm or Proverbs? He said trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. He said in all your ways acknowledge him. He said will direct your path. God has the capacity to direct your path, and don't always think it's the way you planned it all out. God can change the direction, because the Bible says there is a way that seemeth right, and the end of that path you think is right is the way of destruction. But if the path of the righteous is ordered by God, God will order your steps. He will help you. He would see you through. He will show you how to go about a particular thing. So if something is taking, if it costs you your peace, then it's not worth it. Like, if that's too much a price, if it costs you your peace of mind, it costs you you're under pressure, then you should probably re-strategize, probably take a slow pause, probably rethink about it, probably try to ask questions, And like I said before, there is a popular proverb that if you want to climb a tall tree, you should ask people who have climbed that tree before. They will make your journey easier. Okay, like she has said some of the things that helped her. She had strong background work. She was planning, she prepared, she trained for it. She don't just wake up one morning and just want to delve into something because everybody is doing it. The fact that everybody is doing it doesn't mean it is correct or doesn't mean it is right. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that sometimes it's not good to level. It's good sometimes to level, but especially if God is leading you to do it, okay? And the fact that somebody's publicity came for somebody doesn't mean you just will come from the same place, okay? Because if you collapse or if you die attempting to do something that is not even worth it, I don't know how you feel at the end of that day. I don't know if that will make you really proud, or if, I don't know, if you're able to face your crowd, okay? So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the very end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed this conversation. I would love to hear from you. Like I said before, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this video. I remain peace. We're going to be, and I'll catch you in my next one.